All right, so they gave me the two other shots of methotrexate. On New Year's Day, I went to work. I came home and I was really crampy, but I had been crampy this entire time, and they said that was to be expected with the methotrexate, and I still was bleeding. So was bleeding for like a month at this point. Really light, but it had picked up a little bit. So on the 31st, went back to work, was crampy again. I came home and I had horrible, horrible back pain. Horrible back pain. And it was on my left side, down like right above like right next to my tailbone area, but on the left side. And it wouldn't go away, and it got bad. It got really bad. And I remember having kidney stones, and that's what I can kind of calculate it to, was the beginning stages of passing a kidney stone. So just really bad pressure. And I told my husband, I said, this is not right. It's not pelvic pain. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the baby or the methotrexate or any of the ectopic, ovarian ectopic. I was just like, something's not right. And he said, well, regardless if you want to or not, you're getting in the truck and we're going to the hospital. And I said, it is New Year's Eve. I've already screwed my birthday. I've screwed Christmas. I'm not going to screw New Year's Eve by spending it in the ER. And he said, yes, you are. You're getting in the truck. We're going to the emergency room. Well, again, that was the day that it decided to blizzard. And so it took us like an hour. And the entire time I felt every bump, every divot, every icy patch, everything in that darn truck ride to the emergency room. And so as we got closer to the hospital, I knew it wasn't just, me having back pain from, overdoing it that day at work or something. So they get me into the emergency room and they gown me. And the emergency room doctor comes in and says, regardless if the methotrexate is working or not, you should not be in this much pain. You're going for surgery. They didn't do an ultrasound. They didn't do blood work. He came and pushed on my abdomen, and I don't know if he felt it like something then to be worried about, but he said, you're getting an IV in. We're doing some blood work. You're going up to emergency OB. So I was rushed up to the pre-op area, not knowing anything, not knowing what's going on. The doctor that was on call, again, it was, the OB office was closed because it was a holiday. So this is a different doctor. I had seen a different doctor when I got my second shot of methotrexate. And then this is a different doctor who was going to be, removing my ovary or fallopian tube or going in there and seeing what was going on. I didn't know what to expect. So the doctor came in and he said, hi, my name is Dr. Blah, blah, blah. It's nice to meet you. I know about your case because the doctors have all talked about it in the office. So we're going to figure out what's going on. I didn't know if I had ruptured. I didn't think I would because I had been going through this for 3 weeks with the methotrexate. So, I didn't know what to expect. So anesthesiologist came out. They were having a lot of fun. One of the guys actually, he helped me get, ready, and he was in a really good mood. And I was like, dude, it's New Year's. You're working. Why are you in a good mood? Well, about 20 minutes before I got rolled back into the operating room, he's like, okay, bye guys, bye everybody. He's telling all of his coworkers goodbye. He's like, I'll see you in 15 days. I'm off to Hawaii. And I thought it was a real joke, but no, he literally was. I was like his last patient before he had his 15-day vacation in Hawaii. So that was kind of fun. My husband was finally there. This is the first time he had been there through the whole situation. And so it was comforting. And I was just, at that point, really, I was just ready to be done with this. I had been dealing with it for so long. I needed to mentally heal. I needed to physically heal. So it took a long time for me to get back into the operating room because they had somebody in there who had actually shot himself with a shotgun. So he was cleaning it, I guess. So the doctor was keeping me entertained with telling me what was going on. Wheeled me back, gave me anesthesia. I'm out. Don't know what they're doing. I get back in the recovery room, and I'm freezing, and I have that like reaction to anesthesiology. I'm freezing and shaking, and I was in a lot of pain. Um, so I didn't know even then, like when I came a little bit coherent, what was going on. So got up to my recovery room, and by this time it was New Year's Day. So it was January 1st. And my husband says, "You ruptured. Um, your tube ruptured." The doctor said, had it been a couple more hours, you would have died. And your ovary was severely twisted around the baby. And so what actually ruptured was the tube. And I still don't really understand it because they showed me pictures, but I don't know how to comprehend any of that. So they had to remove my left tube, my left ovary, and there was a lot of bleeding. So I have 5 laparoscopic incisions, one in my belly button, 2 on this side, and 2 on this side, because he said we had to kind of control the bleeding. So he came out. Actually, my husband was telling me that the doctor came out right after I was done and said it was a mess. That was the first thing that came out of his mouth. Not, "Hey, your wife's out of recovery. She's doing fine." All he said was that was a mess. And he's a really young doctor, but my husband's like, "Okay." So I guess that pain I was feeling was normal for a rupture, it being in the back and not being in the front where I thought I would feel it. But yes, I only have now 1 ovary and 1 fallopian tube. It has been exactly a week since the operation. Well, a little over a week. It's been a week and 2 days. And I'm finally starting to feel better. I'm finally able to, walk up and down my stairs, pick up my kids. I still have a babysitter come. She's helping me out, and she's getting the kids out of the house because I can't pick them in and out of the truck. Yeah. So I'm finally starting to feel a little bit more energy, and I think it's going to get better and better every day. But mentally, some days are still harder. Some days are really still hard. We don't know if we're going to try for another one, to be honest. Just because it was really hard. It was really hard to find out that, the life that you couldn't celebrate. This baby, I didn't celebrate it at all. I got to celebrate its death. And I got to choose its death. And so that's a really mentally hard thing. So when I told you about the weight gain, it's because I'm really bloated. I can't fit into any of my pants. I have to wear yoga pants, or I've been living in leggings because I can't wear any pants right now. And also, I can't believe I didn't tell you guys this. So not only was the baby attached to my ovary and my fallopian tube, it also grew so big that it was attached to my colon. So they had to do some stuff with my colon and make sure that I wasn't leaking anything. And I actually had to go back to the hospital 4 days later after my surgery because I decided to go to Walmart and walk. Just do like a little walk. Walk in, walk to the yarn section, and walk out. Like, that was all the walking, but I needed to get these gas pains out. And while we were in there, I got really, really lightheaded and dizzy. And I felt my bleeding pick up again. And so we rushed me again to the emergency room. I'm not looking forward to receiving this bill. And they did an internal ultrasound, and there's a inch by inch by inch mass where my ovary used to be, that they think it might be infection, or it could be I have a pinprick leak in my colon or something like that. So I haven't felt lightheaded since. I'm on 2 antibiotics now. Also, I had a little UTI just from the catheter. So yeah, I'm ready to be over this situation. I'm ready to start 2016. I'm going to get back into taking care of my body, back into the gym, and not worrying so much about conceiving another child. I don't know if we will fix Robert, if he will get a vasectomy, or if they want me to do a where they inject dye into your uterus to see if, make sure my right fallopian tube is open. But I stopped bleeding like 4 days ago. And today I started bleeding again. So I don't know if this is the onset of a new cycle. So we'll see. I have a follow-up appointment on Monday. So yeah, I've been dealing with a lot for the last, month and a half. So I'll update you guys later because my babies are about to be 4 and 3. And I don't know where time went, and it makes me really, really sad. The kids look at my owies, and they're like, what happened? And they want to know. And I've told them, Mommy had a baby, and I've tried to leave it very vague. I've just tried to say, Mommy didn't feel good. Because I don't think they would understand. But I'm just hanging on to the blessing that my child I will get to see when I go to heaven. And I am a mommy of 3, whether they are here on earth or in heaven. And we named the baby when my husband did. He ordered me a bracelet off of Etsy, and it's really beautiful. It's got charms on it, and it said, "Too beautiful for earth." It has December 18th, because that was the day that we think the baby's heart stopped beating. And it says baby hope, or baby joy Malcolm. So, I did have another baby, but I didn't get to spend much time with it. But I will. I will one day. And I just have to keep looking at that. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, this has been like a 30-minute rant of, a situation that was, really traumatic and a lot to go through, and I'm still going through it, and I'm just ready to feel better. So, Happy New Year's, guys! I hope your Christmas was a lot better than mine, and your New Year's. Talk to you later. Bye.